Hello! If you have ever struggled with monetizing your networking, then this video series is for you. This is video 2 of 5 in the 5 steps to building empowered partners that skyrocket your visibility and your income. If you missed video 1, which was identify your empowered partner, I'll post the link under this video as a comment so you can catch yourself up. But in the meantime, we're going to cover step 2, which is explore collaboration strategies. We're going to divide the exploration into 3 different sections in this video. I'm going to move quickly. So first, we're going to define the 4 successful empowered partner strategies. You're going to want to choose one of these strategies before you have a conversation with a potential empowered partner. We're going to talk about how to prepare for that conversation and then how to hold what I call an exploratory call with that person to determine if they're a good fit to engage with you in that strategy. I'm Stephanie Bonte-Lebair. I am the founder of Empowered Business Networking. Empowered Business Networking is a networking and empowered partner training program. I'm actually a professional singer and stage actress turned voice, presentation, and networking coach, and I have facilitated hundreds of networking events over the past decade. I'm very passionate about helping creative entrepreneurs, coaches, marketing, and sales professionals be able to leverage their networking for more sales. And in today's video, if you type hashtag empower, I'll put it up here, hashtag empower as a comment, you can win a free ticket to come visit Empowered Business Networking. We usually have about 60 or so professionals at our monthly meetings, and that value is an $88 value. That's what you have to pay if you find us on Eventbrite. So let's jump into the content and talk about the 4 empowered partner strategies that you can choose from in order to leverage that relationship to create more visibility and more income. The first one is called the cross-promotion strategy. This is essentially any marketing actions that you take for each other to help increase visibility. So this could be making a determination to share social media posts for that person, to include them in your monthly newsletter, to add a tag, to your LinkedIn newsletter, or to have them be a preferred provider on your website. There's so many different ways you can cross promote, and this is a great way to start working with empowered partners. If you've never done this type of collaboration before, it's a great entry point. The second strategy is called the speaking strategy. And of course, this is if you want to speak in front of groups, especially if you want to grow your speaking part of your marketing arm. This is where you both work together to find each other speaking engagement. So you're very clear about what the other person speaks on. You're very clear about how to make those introductions, what kind of audiences they're looking for. The third strategy is called the JV affiliate strategy. And this is an extension of the cross promotion strategy, but it also includes the exchange of services or money when sales are made. So it's usually more structured with a clear marketing effort, usually has a timeline attached to it. Like there's a launch coming up, or these specific dates would be great dates to promote this product or service. Usually includes a specific link so that if someone clicks on that link, you get credit for those sales that are made. There's definitely strategies behind this on how to best use this strategy. So the fourth one and the final one is kind of my favorite. It's the creative collaborative strategy. And this is all about creating something new that did not exist before you met your empowered partner. So this is a new service or a new way of delivering your service, maybe packaging your services together in a certain way. But then you're also working together to market and deliver and monetize it. So there's a whole marketing strategy also that surrounds that creative collaborative project. Now, I always recommend that to start off, you choose one of these strategies, and then you start to look for an empowered partner who would be a great fit for that strategy. And this goes back to video 1, which is how do you identify that empowered partner? So make sure you go back and check out that video. Once you've picked the strategy that you would like to pursue, then you want to have an exploratory call. But before you have that exploratory call, you want to prepare for that exploratory call. So this means doing a couple key things. The first thing is doing some research about that person. So if you meet somebody in a networking event and you say to yourself, gosh, I wonder if this person might be interested in being a cross promotion partner with me. The first thing you're going to want to do is invite them to have a conversation. And before you have that conversation with them, you're going to want to look some things up on the internet to find out some key pieces of information. So for example, what social media accounts are they using? What's the size of their following? How active are they at posting on their social media? These could all be great indicators if they might be a good cross promotion person for you. Or if they want to find an empowered partner speaking person, are they talking about speaking on their social media? Do they have speaking topics listed on their website? Can you tell that they are actively speaking out in the world? This helps you then determine what kind of questions. Well, that's the second thing you're going to want to do. You're going to research them, and then you're going to want to create a list of questions based on the strategy that you've chosen. So those questions can help you dive a little bit deeper for those things you can't find online, but you want to bring to the table in your conversation. I usually include a full list of research things to look at by strategy and questions to ask by strategy when you are a member of Empower Business Networking. So I'm just going to give you some highlights around that so it can get you started. So let's talk about holding an exploratory call. And I want to bring up a slide. So if you have a list of questions, so for example, maybe you couldn't determine how many speaking engagements they really have had over the last 12 months. So you write that question down. How many speaking engagements have you had in the last 12 months? Also, what type of speaking engagements? Can you give me some examples of the places that you have spoken to or the groups, the audiences you have spoken in front of in the last 12 months? So you want to create those list of questions based on what you're curious about, connected to the strategy that you've chosen. Does that make sense? So now we're on the call. There are actually 5 steps that I've broken down for how to hold a really powerful exploratory call. And they are to set intentions for the call, share key information, ask strategic questions, which is why we created them before you get on the call, mastermind ideas, and then decide on the next step. So when you're setting intentions, it's literally starting a call by saying, my intention for this call is that we can explore some ideas around how we might be able to be great empowered partner speaking referral partners for each other, right? Especially if you're in my community, you'll use that language. If you're not, hey, can you be my speaking referral partner? I want to explore that. Then you also want to set a time limit, like, hey, I've got 30 minutes to have this conversation or whatever that is. And then you want to ask them, is there anything else you want to talk about on this call? And you allow them to share their intentions with you. Then you move to that key pieces of information. So this is where you just share about yourself and you allow them to share about themselves. Make sure that it's an equitable conversation, that everyone gets to talk a little bit about what they do and what they're passionate about. Then you move into those key strategic questions. Hey, I noticed that you really post a lot about speaking on your, LinkedIn page. I'm just curious, how many speaking engagements have you had in the last 12 months, right? That's when you start to dive a little bit deeper. Then you move into masterminding. So once you've both had a chance to share, you both had a chance to ask questions, now you can start to bring forward the ideas like, wow, based on what you've shared with me, I really feel compelled to explore the possibility that we could be sending referrals for speaking engagements. Would you like to explore that further? Talk it amongst yourselves. And I actually teach the ways to masterminding these 4 different strategies based on a formula that I have found really works for me. So this is just the high level, and we kind of go deeper as you get to know me better and as you start to hang out in my community, which of course is the invitation for you today. And then that deciding on the next step, that number 5, this really can be, let's schedule another phone call. It doesn't have to be, let's lay out all the details right here and right now of exactly what we need to do to get started. It can be, okay, we've got a sense that we're a good fit, or maybe you've gotten a sense that it's not the perfect fit. So why don't we do a second call to further explore, or a second call to create more details around what you're willing to do as a next step. All right. And in fact, in the next video, which is video 3 of 5, we're going to talk about how to come to an agreement. Now, the agreement may be we're not a fit, or the agreement may be I absolutely want to have a trial period with you in this particular strategy. Let's talk about what needs to happen in order to engage and work with each other. So, I will give you best practices around that based on the strategies, and also how to empower each other to make the referrals and the introductions easy, because we are all very busy and we're all trying to promote ourselves. So, when we add someone else into the mix, it's got to feel easy and it's got to feel exciting that you want to take action on their behalf. So, we're going to talk about that in Come to an Agreement in our next video. So with that, one more reminder, if you'd like to have a chance to come visit Empowered Business Networking, you can type the hashtag Empower as a comment under this video and you could win a free ticket. All right, thank you so much. We will see you next time.